Hi, I'm Ted Polfelt. Welcome back to Quick Bites. Today I'm going to walk you through on how to make a basil vinaigrette. I like vinaigrettes and things like this because I don't think they necessarily require a recipe. Traditionally, the ratio for vinaigrette is 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. Now that can change either way, what vinegar to use. You can use white, you can use balsamic, you can use apple cider, whatever you have in your cabinet. They're all just going to taste a little bit different. Same thing with the oil. I can use olive oil, I can use salad oil, I can use a mixture of salad oil and sesame oil if I want that flavor profile. It's really more about you. To me, a vinaigrette is something I never use a recipe for. It's always just kind of what I taste. So we've got our ingredients here. I've got a little bit of Dijon mustard, some sugar, a couple cloves of garlic, a little bit of salt, fresh basil, apple cider vinegar, because for me it's one of my favorites. Pretty neutral, you can kind of flavor it however you want, and a little bit of salad oil. There's even an argument sometimes that salad oil is a better oil to use because it doesn't overpower. Olive oil is delicious and I love the flavor of olive oil, but it can overpower a little bit with its robust and bitter notes. So I'm using a blender for this one because I'm going to blend up the fresh herbs. If I didn't have a blender, I could do this at home with a bowl and a whisk, no problem. Blender just helps emulsify that stuff a little bit easier and makes my arm not as tired from sitting there whisking it. So we'll start out. We're basically, the easiest way to remember this is we are literally going to put all the ingredients in the blender except for the oil. That's the most important part because what we're trying to do is create what we call an emulsion. We want to emulsify the fat into the liquid. So if you took oil and water and stuck them in a jar, they would separate naturally. And that's what would happen if we put vinegar and oil together. For us to emulsify it, we need to add things that are going to bind that emulsion and make it stable. So the mustard actually helps stabilize that. Sometimes you'll see egg yolks in recipes or different things, but mustard's always the easiest because it's lying around the house. So we've got our egg yolks, our mustard, our basil. The salt and sugar I'm going to add to taste. We'll add about half the sugar because honestly I did not measure this out. I just grabbed what I had lying around because that's what I would do at home. And I'm going to add the vinegar. It's going to get loud in a moment, but I'm going to turn this on and blend this till it's fully incorporated. And once that's blended all the way, I'm going to add the oil. So the key to adding the oil is I want to stream it in. So if you've ever turned on your water faucet, when you just barely turn it on and it makes one stream and it doesn't like sputter, that's the amount you want to add oil at a time. And that gives the emulsion nets in there time to grab a hold of that and make it stable so it won't separate. All right. Waiting for that to blend up a little bit. So I'm going to take the top off my blender. We're going to start the stream. All right. So now, the most important part, which is taste. Got to taste it. And from there, does it need salt? Does it need sugar? It's up to you. If you think it needs salt or it needs sugar, add it. I'm going to add that salt that I held off to the side. I'm going to add a little bit more sugar because I don't think it's quite sweet enough yet. But I tend to like mine a little bit sweeter than most. If I didn't have sugar, I could use honey, I could use agave, you could use molasses, brown sugar, any of those would work. It's just going to give you a different flavor. Sounds good to me. So you can see there, it's fully emulsified. It's go great on a nice salad with roasted tomatoes, maybe some feta cheese, a toasted nut, crispy onions. If you know those French crispy onions, I always have in my cupboard for some Thanksgiving dish or something that's lying around. But any of those things would go great in a nice salad toss in this. All right, thank you.